Greetings, it's Batavia Mayor Jeff Schielke speaking to you on Friday, November 12th, 2021. And we are quickly approaching the Thanksgiving Day holiday, so there's a lot of excitement in the air over that. This past week, yesterday, we commemorated Veterans Day. The Batavia VFW Post had a ceremony and was attended by Batavia Community Band, did a nice job in presentation of music for it. And then the VFW offered some refreshments afterwards, and it was a good moment of fellowship and remembrance for many people in Batavia who have served our country in the service of the United States of America. So it's always good to participate in that ceremony. I was honored to give the welcome at the beginning and thank Commander Jeff Swanson for that, and also for the opportunity that VFW was able to showcase their vital mission that keeps Batavia ever remembering and in support of the patriotism of the United States of America on so many fronts. So that was a good event. We look forward to Thanksgiving being a great event, and of course at the end of Thanksgiving, on that Sunday night of Thanksgiving weekend, is the arrival of Santa Claus in town, and we will have the Batavia Community Band again performing at the Peg Bond Center in a kind of an outdoor setting. And hopefully it's a nice dry night and no wind, so their music doesn't blow away or gets wet on them. And we encourage everybody to bring their children or grandchildren down, and Santa will be arriving, and Craig Fotos will once again be serving as the Master of Ceremonies at the invitation of the Batavia Park District, who is, along with the Chamber and Batavia Main Street, are the coordinators of this, because this is a big event, and if the weather's right, it's not unusual that we'll have well over 1,000 people here. So it is a memorable night of Batavia coming together, and that's what we like to see, the community, living and working and enjoying fellowship together as part of our town. So we've got some neat things coming up, and then following that, of course, there will be the host of Christmas decorations be popping up all over town, and I know a number of people are anxiously awaiting the opportunity to take night rides and ride around Batavia and be with people that they know and love and understand, and children and grandchildren, and talk about all the festive lights that Batavia has now gained a reputation of putting up on both the east and the west sides of town. So we really are a very bright and colorful town, and certainly in the memories and respect of Christmas for all it stands for, I think Batavia does a great job, certainly with the support of our church community and the services that they will be presenting during the holiday season. So as a result, Batavia is, I think, in good hands this year as far as a community trying to put together things despite the COVID epidemic, that we're still going to try to bring people out and gain some community fellowship together, so those things are good. And this past week I had the honor of being invited to come out to Batavia High School for the dedication of a project that's been put together by a number of the students at the school, in which they created what they're calling an aquascape ecosystem pond. And it is built inside the school in an open area that's outside, and over the years with the various additions that have taken place in Batavia High School since it was first opened up in September of 1966. And I remember that date very well because that was the beginning day of my senior year at Batavia High School, so I got to attend the new building 1 year, and then I was in the first class that officially graduated out of it. But as a result, Batavia has had a number of additions to that building, and the building that I first attended has now been totally encased inside of all the new additions. And during the construction of one of the additions, they created an open area right by the library where students could maybe go outside for a minute and sit on a chair and read a book. And so now that area has been remodeled or enhanced by this ecosystem pond, and it really is very attractive. It was done by the students with the support of a number of the Batavia service clubs who made donations of some kind to help them, and including there's a large amount of limestone rock that is in there, and they have a little pond in there with a water pump so the water circulates. And so they had some help, but they really have done a wondrous job, and I know they have hopes of further expanding this in the days ahead. But I just want to take my hat off and say a word of praise to all the students from the Batavia Echo Club, Batavia High School Echo Club, who were the sponsors of this and who did a lot of the work. And I think they've made Batavia High School even a greater and grander and more attractive place than it has been. And so Batavia has a lot to be thankful for, specifically from some of the ingenuity and vision that the young people of this town have, and hopefully they'll take that into adulthood and further Batavia in directions of many positive ways. So we are all excited about that. I have a couple of announcements to make. The City Council will have their budget hearing on this coming Tuesday, November 16th at 7 p.m. at the Batavia City Council chambers. I think we have a pretty tight budget this year, so I am told this budget will not create a property tax increase for residents of Batavia for the city's portion of your property tax. We're going to kind of keep it where it was last year. And so I'm proud that we're able to do that in a time when we do have a lot of expenses, but we do have some other revenues coming at us, and so we've been able to kind of keep the budget where it should be. And that again is going to be Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, November 16th, at the council chambers. Then also this coming week, the Batavia Chamber of Commerce, a special committee of past Batavia Citizens of the Year will meet, and they will select the coming newest member of the Batavia Citizens of the Year group, and they are still accepting nominations for people to be nominated for Citizens of the Year. So you've probably got this weekend, you can send a nomination in or just a letter of nomination into the Batavia Chamber of Commerce over at their office at the corner of Island and Wilson. Drop it off or send it. I'm sure the phone number is in the book. And I would encourage you to do that if you know some worthy Batavia citizen, because they are going to be selecting a new one in the next week. So we've had a lot of interesting activities, and I think that one of the big ones that's coming is going to be the Christmas season. And I've been working with the Batavia Ministerial Association and the cooperation of the fire department, and it looks like we're going to revive an old tradition that Batavia had for a number of years, where the Ministerial Association oversees a very brief ceremony that will be the 12th night Christmas tree burning ceremony, and we're going to collect some then used Christmas trees and put them in a little pile, and it's going to be on the site of the former First Baptist Church at Wilson and Washington Avenue, and we're not exactly sure yet of the time. We've got a few weeks before this will come about, but we'll announce that. But the ministers will be there and conduct a brief service, and then they will light up the trees. And the fire department is going to be there to make sure that fire is contained and controlled. And we will be inviting the community to come and share in that memorable event when it takes place. So with that, I think I'm going to conclude this week's program. Thank you all for everything everybody does to continue to make Batavia a great place for people to live and work. And you've got a lot to look forward to. We've got the Peace on Earth, the sign up on the bike bridge or pedestrian bridge over the Fox River. If you go on the Wilson Street Bridge and look to the north, you'll see the sign there in all of its holiday glory. And as I say, you've got all the coming yards to be decorated in Christmas decorations, and there's many people, families that take annual trips around town just to admire and cherish and reflect on all this Christmas decorations that will be appearing in Batavia. So plan a night to do that with somebody special in your life. So that being said, we'll conclude this one, and look forward to talking to you next week. Have a good week.